Greetings, humanity, and I welcome once again to Abject Adventure Gamery. I am Jim, and I have here with me Lucci. Hello.
Hello.
We just realized that we're actually ready to start now, and so that means something is going to go horribly wrong shortly. We don't know what, but it's going to be exciting finding out.
Lights will go out. I'll be attacked by a group.
Yeah.
And by attacked, I mean eaten.
That does happen. That does happen. Alas. All too frequently. It's good to see you. It's been like we haven't done this in like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
It's been a time. Living in 2023. This is as humans.
I like it's 2023. I'm finally starting to do more things and go out more. So
that is good. Actually, me too. A little bit.
Good.
I'm inching toward it. With only minor abject terror in my heart. So that's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll call it good.
With everything going on, the more terrifying thing, especially living in the desert as I do right now, is you're much more likely to die of heat stroke than anything else right now. So
that's fair. It has been a little bit. I don't want to call it unseasonably hot because we have just basically a new normal happening, I guess, almost.
Yeah.
But
that doesn't make me feel better.
No, it doesn't. Damn. But no, I've had just out here. It's I'm in the south near so on the northern part of the south. So there's thankfully I don't get it as bad as some of the folks further south of me do. But there's been a lot of a lot of heat, and a lot of. Here also on the East Coast, we've had some delightful air quality issues that we've been getting from Canada recently. That was a surprise.
Oh yeah. How's this burning trees?
I thought about going out yesterday. I was going to take a walk yesterday, but we slipped into orange, and I was like, I got to be careful. I have lung demons every now and then.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where like I got to kind of balance it. It was like I can go out for a little bit when we get into orange, in the warning scale of colors, right?
Right.
And thankfully, again, I don't have it as bad, thankfully, as people further north of me. Right in the middle. It's one of those things where I kind of gotta gauge when it goes into orange whether or not it's like I can go out, but I can't go out for an extended period of time because then the lung demons act up a little bit. So I couldn't do the normal going out and walking thing, but hopefully I'll be able to do that again soon. Now it's. Has anything been happening in your gaming life of late that we should be excited about?
I'm very excited. Actually, just last night, and I'll show it. This happened.
Ooh, wait, what's this? You have vanished. You have vanished.
Oh, because I did the other thing. Hold on. I'm back and.
You're back, yeah. It's you. Yeah.
I'm trying to like. All I'm trying to do is stop the bright windows behind me. But
oh, geez.
For this purpose.
Yes. There we go. You were playing the Dungeons and the Dragons.
We just did a character making session, and we'll start playing next week.
Awesome! Yay! Very cool.
And I am you will be familiar with not the character itself, but the lovely remindance of the class of I am playing a goblin.
Oh. There-
This one is
oh, yeah.
this one is not nearly as riches driven as the previous one.
And I mean,
dare I say this one's altruistic in comparison, but
my God. I will tell you something. I've been in a game every now and then. We don't get to meet very often, but I've been in a little sort of off-stream game. I too am playing a goblin. Now, finally, after all these years, once again.
Yeah.
And
I was like,
yeah.
for the first time last night after I was done character creation, I was like, oh my God, like I have some, we'll say, raw, unnurtured talent artistically, and I said, because I don't nurture it, I'm just gonna throw that out and go to AI art.
Oh my God.
And
Oh,
it
Jesus.
worked famously.
Oh my God. Well, I will say, as far as since we've said AI art on the internet, I have to now say this, that I'm actually I'm in favor for like private use, that kind of thing, you know. So it's, for stuff like that, where it's like, you know, here's my character portrait.
That is all. Private use, even and AI, what ChatGPT and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Supporter of SAG-AFTRA, not like I'm not taking work away from anyone.
Absolutely.
I either would have done a crappy job myself or use the AI tool. Like not
absolutely understandable. No, I mean, this is stuff you're doing in your home. You're not broadcasting this out, or you're doing anything like that. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I'll sometimes use things like that. Bounce ideas off of AIs. Just for private stuff to get my brain going. And I think it's very helpful for that. I wouldn't want to put any of the stuff it gives me out directly. Necessarily.
It definitely takes modifications, both with the written form and even the art form. Like I went in and I did, just for myself, I did a bunch of different goblins and different like styles and all this stuff, and then I found, I found one that didn't have an extra arm in a weird place, or weird artifacts going through it, but the colors were off. It wasn't the hue of green that I wanted my goblin to be, so then I had to take it into GIMP and and play with the colors, and but it's a nice like starting point. It's good. Like you said, it's good for bouncing ideas off.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I will say here briefly for anyone watching this either now or later, who might be curious and or confused. That Lucci and I have a secret goblin history. A secret shared goblin history.
It's not secret. It was a very successful entrepreneurship.
Yes, that's right. We had a thing where we were playing a couple of goblins. I was playing a goblin assassin, and Lucci was playing a rogue who was living as a goblin, if that makes sense. Basically, was a goblin most of the time.
A changeling who took on a goblin persona.
Yes.
As.
And it was so much fun. We ended up, it was like we were playing in Eberron, and we went to this continent that was that had ancient civilizations on it, but was largely overgrown.
I did pull
yeah.
back to Ebron for character name. But the last name I did a translator, and they had an Ebron Goblin translation of Shock Trooper, and I was like, I was like, that is a good most elite Goblin fighter. It's a shock troop. There's still fodder for the most part.
Nice.
So, but I was like, and most goblins don't have last names, but if they did, I feel like they would go what their profession was, like Smith, like, all of those things. So his name, Shock Trooper.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I will say the goblin I'm playing right now actually also has a military background, sort of a mercenary military background. It is an artificer, so it's like sort of builds friends, basically type thing. So, this is an interesting synchronicity happening. That's glorious.
Yeah, I like it.
Glorious. But perhaps we'll get into more about that offline. We don't need to just, we start up to play Zork 3 and then we're just going to talk about goblins for 2 hours. But let me see. I think where we left off here, let me go back over here. Yeah, I'm still technically on. I'm still technically right now, I will say, on sabbatical from running games up until probably September, and then I'm actually gonna be running a one shot for an Extra Life thing that's going on. So things will happen. But I'm playing in one or two things, like in some one shots every now and then. So I'm doing a little bit. But now when we left off, I believe we realized we were in a timeline that was slowly collapsing. That
seems right. Yep.
Because we realized we'd hit a point where, after looking at the Invisiclues, we realized we were in an area that had changed after a little earthquake that happened, and that we needed to deal with before the earthquake happened, and we kind of imagined that there's a point. So in Zork 3, the Dungeon Master, one of the things you do is you can find yourself going down the cliff where there's this box, this chest that is closed and locked, and this person up at the top shows up at the top of the cliff and offers to lower down a rope. And it's like, well, just raise the box up first. I'm here to get that box. If you lift that up first, then I'll help you out. And of course, they leave you in the lurch. And we think that's the trigger event that actually is in the game. What causes the eventually the earthquake to happen? Not like cause and effect, as in the narrative, but as in more like it's in the program that once this happens, like X number of moves later, the earthquake happens. Hey, we think that might be it.
I assumed it was narrative, like something in the box was locked away for safety and causes the earthquake.
He was keeping the earthquake in the box. That was what was happening.
I didn't. Maybe there's a thing in the box and he took it out and then he went in and put it in the thing that he did, and that caused the earthquake.
Yes, that could easily be it.
Look, that's how I would have written it and rationalized it. But sometimes in the 80s, they didn't rationalize things. They just did them.
My God, I can't imagine. I have been deceived. Everything I believed about brother. The 80s. Yeah, I know. It's so sad. It's so very sad. Yeah, no, this was, I'm actually looking to see if I still have this list here. Because I had it somewhere. for this somewhere. Do I have it listed? No, I do not. I had somewhere the list of Infocom games and when they came out. It's probably down here somewhere. There it is. And so yeah, this came out in 1982. As a reminder, they actually used this, I think, again, according to rumor at least, got the least of the this was Mark Blank and Dave Lebling. This got the least of the amount of stuff left over from the MIT server, and they created a bunch of new material for this one, apparently. And so that is yeah. So I mean, very early stuff. So they perhaps were not thinking quite as narratively as one might nowadays. We're gonna go ahead and transition over to start playing with that. And I shall switch over to the appropriate musics. And we shall get this going. Let me go ahead and where is it? It's here. And we have, by the way, also, I may as well also show where we have the map. This is what we have of the map right now. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to be coming back to this area, this cliff ledge, where we have a previous saved game. And we're gonna not send the box up this time. My God, that ice cream truck is loud. We're gonna not send the box up this time.
It is. I can confirm, and so can everyone else.
Yes. The filter is not aggressive enough, I think, probably. We'll see. I don't know how much the folks at home can hear, but it's I try to have a fairly aggressive filter, noise filter, but we'll see. It's dying down again. They've been very the ice cream truck, the ice cream delivery has been very aggressive this summer. There's a lot of apparent demand for the ice cream truck to be here. So we have the so we're over here kind of in the remember, just to remind folks, we come down from this endless stair and into the realm of the dungeon master, and as we start the game, and there's this sort of area of shadow, and this whole empire still is underground. But we come out into the light at the at this cliff that is near an ocean, so we're gonna go back out there. I'm gonna see if hopefully I still have the save game. So let's see. Post fight. Viewing table, aqueduct, lake, sword, crystal. Sword, crystal water. Post fight. Is it post fight? No. Chest jerk man rope. There it is. I think this is the one.
Yep. Yeah.
And so, with any luck.
Way to ruin it for us.
Did it, Was this part was finding the right save file also a puzzle of the game? Is that what we're doing?
No. You said with any luck.
Oh, right. Sorry. Yeah. Cliff ledge. This is a rock-strewn ledge near the base of a tall cliff. The bottom of the cliff is another 15 feet below. You have little hope of climbing up the cliff face, but you might be able to scramble down from here, though it's doubtful you could return. A long piece of rope is dangling down from the top of the cliff and is within your reach. A large chest, closed and locked, is lying among the boulders. Yoo-hoo, calls the man at the brink of the cliff. Remember me? Why, yes. Yes, I do. So there is a, so I think the idea was that we wanted to head, over to, cross the lake and get down into the, area of the aqueduct, because there's like a thing we pick up in the, in that area. There's like a key we can grab, in a place unusually enough called the key room. Were we carrying grue repellent?
At this point, I don't recall.
I mean, at any point during this game, were we carrying grue repellent? I feel as though perhaps we were.
Yes, we were.
Where did we
Because
get
we
that?
used it to go through the darkness at the bottom.
Yeah.
But where did we get it? We got it from one of the rooms that we go through the table?
Yes, we did. Yes, you're right. You're right. We go to the scenic vista. We go and we get the grue repellent, and because it sends us back to that room from Zork 2,
right?
Where the grue repellent is. And it's strange because it's like, how is the grue repellent back in that room? Because in the previous game we took the grue repellent from that room and used it.
I mean, time machine?
There is a time machine in this game, so something's messed up. We're not sure what. We'll figure it out. And in any case, there's I am thinking, actually, in this case, oddly enough, well, it would be simple enough to climb back up the rope. There's actually something I need to... There's something at the ocean I want to show you because I figured something out. In the interim.
Okay.
Hopefully that won't be too far a detour. But we can head down there and head over.
You want to go find a... you want to go get eaten by a giant fish. Okay.
Yes, yes, absolutely. We're just aiming right for the jaws of death, and as well as the jaws of the Aspidoculin. So right. Let's do that.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Jump.
Dang it. Sorry, I forgot to jump. So we have this. We're at the cliff base. I'm gonna head south to the Flathead Ocean. And you're at the shore now. We need just a moment. A shore of an amazing underground sea, the topic of many a legend among adventurers. Few are known to have arrived at this spot, and fewer to return. There is a heavy surf and breeze is blowing onshore. The land rises steeply to the east, and quicksand prevents movement to the south. A thick mist covers the ocean and extends over the hills to the east. A path heads north along the beach. I'm just going to check my inventory real quick. We've got the sword and the lamp. I'm going to wait here a moment. Oh, come on. Here we go. Passing alongside the shore now is an old boat, reminiscent of an ancient Viking ship. Standing on the prow of the ship is an old and crusty sailor peering out over the misty ocean. You remember this?
Yeah.
Okay. So, it finally occurred to me. It occurred to me that there is a phrase that has been coming up in the Zork games from time to time in an almost meme-like fashion that I've kind of been sort of downplaying and ignoring for various reasons.
And I don't even remember it. So
the phrase is "Hello, sailor."
Oh.
And I realized this is the time to use it. The seaman looks up, and the seaman looks up and maneuvers the boat towards shore. He cries out, "I have waited 3 ages for someone to say those words and save me from sailing this endless ocean. Please accept this gift. You may find it useful." He throws something which falls near you in the sand, then sails off toward the west, singing a lively but somewhat uncouth sailor song.
Okay.
Now, there is a vial here. Now, the boat sails silently through the mist and out of sight. Get vial. I don't know, it must be a Flying Dutchman type thing, maybe, even. There's a small transparent vial which looks empty but is strangely heavy. I have no idea what this is or what it's for, but we have it now.
Strangely heavy.
I don't know. It looks empty, but is strangely heavy. So, I mean, there's something in there.
I mean, my answer to everything is save the game, open the vial.
Oh, save the game and open the vial, yeah. Sure.
Let's be fair. My answer is normally not save the game, but...
Yeah, your answer is not normally save the game, no. The vial is open. There's a sweet odor from within the vial, apparently coming from a heavy but invisible liquid.
It's a potion of invisibility.
Vial or something in itself, sweet.
For us to walk past the guards back in time, so we go through the...
Oh!
So we can go through it and do the maze while it's open. And Sansone isn't blocking the way. I remembered things.
You drink the contents in one gulp, but nothing unusual seems to have happened as a result. Eh? Look itself. That's difficult unless your eyes are prehensile. Nothing seems to have happened. So unless it's a delayed reaction thing.
Yeah.
I can wander around for a minute. Oh, it's pitch black. Hang on. Nothing seems to be happening. Okay, I'm just going to restore the game then. Because I don't want to waste it, whatever it is.
Right.
I was looking to see if some sort of effect would kick in after a few moves. Nothing happened.
Yeah.
If it's a potion of it, that would be awesome, actually. So, I mean, that's definitely a thing we need to try.
Yeah. Yeah. It might actually be, a potion that doesn't work until
you're in the right place.
There's an earthquake for some reason.
Yeah. For some reason. We don't know why.
For some reason.
Excellent. Okay. So shall we head over to the head over to the lake? Okay. We're going east, 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 southeast, south. Alright, here we go.
Oh, right, because we have to get down the aqueducts while they're still intact.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
I had another thought, actually, but wait, it can wait until we're at the table. Alright, turn on lamp.
And
Okay.
if for some reason an earthquake happens, then it's not the box's fault.
It's fair. That's true. And it's just a question of time. Why am I typing the letter R? Okay, Land of Shadow. As dark shadows, shallow hills, general directions, a land of dark and shadow. In a dark and shadowy land, all around you are gentle hills and eerie shadows. Far above, shrouded in mist, you can barely make out the ceiling of the enormous cavern that spans this entire land. And east again, land of shadow. You're at the eastern end of a dark, featureless landscape of shallow hills. As to the east and southeast, re-enter the rock. Southeast, foggy room. You are in a dank passage filled with a wispy fog. A spooky passageway leads north, and a wider path heads off to the south. To the west, the path leaves the rock and enters an eerie, shadowy land. South, lakeshore. You're in a wide cavern on the north shore of a small lake. Some polished stone steps lead to the southeast, and a sheer rock face prevents any movement around the lake to the southwest. The cavern is dimly lit from above. Okay. So. We need to drop everything here. I'm trying to remember now how this works. Yes, okay, right. Yeah, because we're gonna end up in an area of darkness because we dropped the lamp here, right?
Right.
So yeah, the key room and all those. These rooms are lit. Yeah, the rooms out after the dark places are lit. Got it. Okay. Drop all. Okay. Actually, I can turn off the lamp. Drop lamp. I guess we'll try. I save before I do this, probably because the lake's a little bit tricky. Because remember, there's a thing at the bottom of the lake that we don't have yet.
Oh, right.
Enter lake. You're nearly paralyzed by the icy waters as you swim to the center of the lake. You are floating on the surface of the lake. The water is ice cold, and your ability to survive here for long is very questionable. A swim north puts you at your starting point. Conditions to the east are poor, where the lake turns into a swamp. The west and south shores are suitable for walking, however. Yeah, I mean, we probably could have brought the sword in, and maybe the vial. We would have lost them. We'd have to dive down and get them again.
Right.
I don't know that we'll need them, though, between here and there. And if we do, we'll restore.
I think all we need is the Guru repellent, but...
Yeah. Dive underwater. You're below the surface of the lake. Turns out the lake is quite shallow and the bottom is only a few feet below you. Considering the frigid temperature of the water, you should probably not plan an extended stay. The lake bottom is sandy and a few hardy plants and algae live there. A large and hungry-looking fish is swimming in the neighborhood. You catch a glimpse of something shiny in the sand. I can't remember if doing anything other than surfacing causes us problems here. Because of the large fish.
I think we have time.
I think we have a turn.
Yeah.
Get shiny thing.
Get all.
Something sparkling in the sand catches your eye for a moment. Shiny object. Shiny object slips from your grasp back on the floor of the lake where it is covered in sand. Get shiny object. Shiny object slips from your grasp. Damn it! The icy waters are taking their toll. You will not be able to hold that much longer. You run out of air and return to the surface. On the lake, you're floating on the surface of the lake. The water is ice cold, and your ability to survive here for long is questionable. I'm wondering if we should restore before jumping in or just keep going, because we might freeze to death shortly.
I don't remember if it says it's covered in sand. Before.
Well, it just did it again because it slips from your grasp. So it's just a question.
I mean, later, did it say it was covered in sand? Like, does the earthquake knock it loose so we stop slipping from our hand?
Right. I see what you mean. I do not remember, but I think we only came here after the earth. Well, no, we came here while the earthquake was happening.
Yeah, we didn't discover this though until after the earthquake.
You do see it. I'd like to try diving down one more time.
Okay.
To see if we die horribly. Simple golden amulet. You're becoming very weak. You'd better leave the water before you drown. Okay. Up.
So it's just random whether or not we can get it.
Yeah. And western shore. Okay. We are wearing the golden amulet. We are on the western shore. We made it. And now head south. I had this idea. That will be a thing to probably look at. Let me check on something. Yeah. Okay. No, that's just okay. I got a message from some people. Okay, that's fine. I will address that later. Scenic Vista. You are in a small chamber carved in the rock with the sole exit to the north. Mounted on one wall is a table labeled Scenic Vista, whose featureless surface is angled toward you. One might believe that the table was used to indicate points of interest in the view from this spot, like those found in many parks. On the other hand, your surroundings are far from spacious, and by no stretch of imagination could this spot be considered scenic. An indicator above the table reads IV, or Roman numeral 4. Mounted on one wall is a flaming torch, which fills the room with a flickering light. So, I have realized there's a way, and actually this is a thing I've realized is probably necessary for us to do to get hold of this torch. If things end up the way I think they're going to end up. So, the first thing is to get the Grue repellent, but let me go ahead and I'm gonna pick up the torch just so we have it.
Okay.
Okay. Look at table. Interior of a huge temple rudely constructed of basalt blocks. Flickering torches cast a sallow illumination over an altar. Still wet with the blood of human sacrifice. Its velvet covers stained and encrusted with gore. That's the place we don't want to go.
Yeah. No.
They're so friendly, but no.
They just want to bring you in for the long embrace.
Yes, they do. They do. Okay. The indicator, I just wanted to look at items while we're doing this. The indicator above the table flickers briefly, then changes to 1. Look at the table. Pale and featureless, slowly an image takes shape. You see a passage cluttered with broken timbers. An extremely narrow opening can be seen at the end of the room. Do we want the timber that's in there for any reason? Do we want to collect it? We can.
I don't know what... I mean, we may need it. I mean, we might as well get it now, right? We're on, like...
That's fair. Alright. Yeah. We can do that. How do we do that? Do we touch the table? Is that what happens?
Touch the table, yeah.
Okay. Alright, here we go. Should I save again? I feel like I should save again. I don't think this is particularly dangerous, but there's something about this. I don't know. Alright, okay. Touch table. There's a long and narrow passage, which is cluttered with broken timbers. A wide passage comes from the east and turns west at the west end of the room into a very narrow passageway. From the west comes a long draft, a strong draft. There's broken timber here. This is from Zork 1. Get the timber. We have the timber. We can't really go west because we're carrying too much. Guess we could head east for a moment.
Yeah.
Before we're snatched away to the ladder bottom. A rather wide room on one side of the bottom of the is the bottom of a narrow wooden ladder. To the west and south of the passages leading the room. You suddenly find yourself back in the viewing room. None of that. Indicator above the table flickers briefly, then changes to 2. Okay. Right. Look at table. A tiny room with rough walls. Chiseled crudely on one wall is the number 8. The only apparent exit seems to be a blur. This is the one.
Yep.
Touch the table. Room 8. This is a small chamber, carved out of the rock at the end of a short crawl. On the wall is crudely chiseled the number 8. The only apparent exit to the east seems to be a blur, and a loud whirring sound resounds through the rock. A spray can is in the corner. In large type is the legend, Robot's Magic Grue Repellent. Yay. It can. Taken. Read can. The end was from Zork 2. Frobot's Magic Grue Repellent. Instructions for use. Apply liberally to creature to be protected. Duration of effect is unpredictable. Use only in place of death. No warranty expressed or implied. You suddenly find yourself back in the viewing room. The indicator above the table flickers briefly, then changes to 3. I feel like I worry about this also being a place of death on the southern shore. Is the southern shore secretly a place of death? Who knows?
I mean, is it a secret?
Probably not. So here's the thing. I mean, because we used it at the end of Zork 2, right? To cover ourselves, go into the darkness, and we're in the tomb at that point, basically, which is like the last room in the game. Now here is where the other idea that I had comes into play.
Mm-hmm.
So, the image on the table, it says you see a wide room with 2 nearly identical passages leading east and northeast. A wide channel descends steeply into the room and seems to be blocked by rubble. So that's a room here, right? That's the room where we think the aqueduct probably comes down into.
Right.
Remember, we actually even marked it on our little map. I think. Did we? I thought we did. We did. Yeah, the damp passage.
Right.
Is what we marked as room 3. Here, I'll even show it here what I'm talking about. It shows up as a little tooltip as room 3. So, the thing that I'm thinking here is that if the aqueduct, we have no light.
Right.
If the aqueduct actually does descend into that room, then we will need the light to be there already.
So you want to drop the torch there?
I do.
Oh, but when we go into the water, the torch is too wet to light. Do you think it dries over time?
Well, the thing is, though, we don't need to go into the water with it.
Oh.
We can just touch the table and go there.
Oh, you're right.
Is what I'm thinking.
Oh. Does this room have light without the torch?
I don't think it does, so we'll need to hurry when we get back.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Yeah. I'm down to give this a try.
Excellent. Here we go. All right. I'm gonna touch the table. I'm thinking I'm also just gonna drop the timber there as well because may as well.
Yeah.
In case we have any inventory management problems when we get across the river.
That makes
when we get across
sense.
the lake.
For some reason, we're gonna need the timber, but that makes perfect sense.
Yeah. There's that. Well, we tried carrying the timber. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. No, it's fine. No, that's a good idea.
Well, we'll see. At least we'll know where to restore to. Okay. Damp passage. This is a particularly damp spot, even by dungeon standards. You can see a crossroads to the west, and two nearly identical passages lead east and northeast. A stone channel, wide and deep, steeply descends into the room from the south. It is covered with moss and lichen, and is far too slippery to climb. The channel crosses the room, but the opening where it once continued north is now blocked by rubble. Drop, torch, and timber. They have been dropped.
Hey.
And, so now... Still carrying the Gru repellent and the amulet. We have been whisked back to the viewing room, where it says the indicator above the table flickers and changes to 4. It still says Scenic Vista up here.
Yeah.
There's light!
Cool. We just assumed that the light was because of the torch, but apparently not.
I actually did have it already marked as a lit room on the map. I guess maybe we knew that. I don't know. But, still, there it is.
I think, yeah, it was a lit room, but it may have only been lit because we couldn't move the torch.
Yeah, that's fair.
As far as we knew.
Yeah, we weren't really sure. But there we are. Okay, so I think that'll be useful to us. Hopefully. Hopefully our guesses are correct here. I guess we'll continue on then, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's put this plan into action.
Okay. I am saving again before we dive in the lake. Because we need to do that. Okay. Enter lake. Southern shore. You are on the south shore of the lake. Rock formations prevent movement to the west, and thickening swamp to the east makes the going all but impossible. To the south, where the beach meets a rock formation, you can make out a dark passage sloping steeply upward into the rock. I forget, do we use the repellent here, or do we go into the darkness first?
I think we went into the darkness and then used the repellent.
Okay. Use
can on.
Spray self with can. It is too dark to see. Nope, that's not it. Spray self with can. Why are we no longer carrying the Gru repellent? It's in the bottom of the frickin' lake.
I was reading it though. I didn't see that we dropped. Oh no, it did say that Shock dropped all our possessions.
You mean you drop all your possessions? Yeah.
I missed.
I forgot. Let's try that again.
Enter the lake.
Okay, drop all your possessions. Dive. Get can. Up. South. Okay, there we go. Icy waters are taking your toll. You'll not be able to hold out much longer. So we actually couldn't even have done... Alright, here. Spray self with can. Spray smells like a mixture of old socks and burning rubber. If I were a Gru, I'd sure stay clear. And I believe from here we go south and east.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go. South, it is pitch black. There are sinister gurgling noises in the darkness all around you. It is pitch black. Notice it didn't say you're likely to be eaten by a Gru. The ground continues to slope upwards away from the lake. You can barely detect a dim light from the east. And I believe we went all around in here looking for other places, and we couldn't find any.
Right.
East.
East was the only way.
Yeah. You are between some rock and a dark place. The room is lit dimly from above, revealing a lone dark path sloping down to the west. To one side of the room is a large manhole cover. The light from above seems to be focused in the center of the room where a single key is lying in the dust. Get key. Taken. That horrible smell is much less pungent now. You remember what the key is for? The key is sharp as an awl and rusted badly. Strange though, the key seems to change shape constantly.
Does it open the jewels or? Maybe.
Looks like it could be a skeleton key.
Or it could open the trunk. That was the whole thing.
Oh, maybe.
Like, we can open the trunk.
Maybe.
Instead of the guy.
That would be awesome.
And that way we
cause the earthquake. We release the earthquake. Yes, that's good.
Yes.
Pandora's trunk.
Yeah.
Then there's like something else. Isn't there something else that?
Oh
is,
my
like,
God! It really
shape?
could be Pandora's box, couldn't it?
It might be. One never knows.
That is absolutely along the lines of stuff they would do.
You know, the last time I saw Pandora's box in an adventure game was, have you ever seen Pandora's box in an adventure game? Because I've seen it once, I think.
I don't know.
I've seen it once, and I can't remember exactly. I think it was King's Quest IV.
I was just gonna say it feels to me like it would have been in King's Quest or fucking Brushwood, the pirate.
Monkey Island.
Monkey Island.
Yeah,
it would be in one of those two.
It'd fit there, yeah. I think there's a scene in King's Quest IV. I think it's 4. Because remember, the deal of the King's Quest games up until 1 through 7 anyway, is that it's all, the story is always cobbled together from a number of fairy tales. There are a lot of fairy tales that you interact with.
Yeah.
Throughout, it's a fairy tale story basically. 1 through 7 is a fairy tale story. Then it sort of does other things, and in King's Quest, I almost want to say I'm remembering. I was wondering if it was King's Quest 2, but no, it actually was King's Quest 4, where there's like these 3 things you have to do over 3 days to get back to. You have to defeat this sorceress or something similar. She lives in a castle on top of a mountain. And like the 3rd thing you have to do, yeah, that's right. She assigns you these tasks you have to do for her. And the 3rd thing you have to do is you have to go into this crypt and get Pandora's box out of it. Which I'm sure is perfectly safe.
Yeah,
perfectly safe for this for the evil sorceress to have. Anyway, here we are. We've got the key. Guess we open the manhole?
Yeah.
Okay, the cover is moved a bit to one side, revealing a small hole leading into darkness. Down. Aqueduct. You're in a wide stone channel, part of the water supply system for the Great Underground Empire. The source of water was a waterfall to the south, which has long since dried up. Water flowed along the aqueduct to the north. This region is lit from above, although the source of light is not apparent. And from here, I guess we go north, yeah?
I think so, yeah.
Moment of truth. High arch. You're now on one of the tallest arches of the aqueduct, hundreds of feet above a rocky chasm. The immensity of the aqueduct project is apparent from here. Stone supports rise from the rock floor to form massive arches. which traverse the region from north to south. The water-carrying channel here is wide and deep. To the west and far below, you can make out a balcony, which must command a wide view of the aqueduct. The channel ends abruptly to the north, where a supporting pillar is crumbled, casting the arch into the chasm. Has it already happened?
No, because we couldn't get to the high arch before, I thought.
This is where we were. Well,
I thought we were on the aqueduct before.
gonna go north.
Okay.
The arch before you is broken. This is where we were.
Hmm.
This looks very much like it did before. I don't think the earthquake has happened yet.
No. I don't think so.
I am confused now. I don't know. There's something like... I mean, let me check something. Let me check my save files here. Did we, like, go back? Was there a, Hang on. Hang on. What do we have here? Sword, crystal water, lake, aqueduct. We had an aqueduct view, I think, which is where that is. Viewing table, post-fight, viewing table 2. Junction link confirmed, chest jerk man rope. I mean, I could go all the way back to post-fight, which...
No, I don't think we need to do that.
Well, yeah, it's like, because I'm just trying to remember, did the earthquake happen sometime between the fight and us getting to where the chest was and we just forgot? I think that's possible, I guess.
Alright.
What do you think?
We determined last time that we can't go back through without more Gru repellent, right?
Right.
Are we out of Gru repellent? Was the can empty?
Repellent is all gone.
Okay. And south takes us back to the aqueduct, right?
Yeah.
All right, so south.
Mindstone channel, part of the wall spine, great underground empire. Source of the water was a waterfall to the south, which has long since dried up. Region is lit from above. The source of light is not apparent.
And we go south. Yeah.
Can't climb the dried up waterfall. And we can't go back up into the key room. The hole's too far above your head.
I feel like there's a way out of this that we're not seeing.
It's a long way down. Jump arch. That'd be a good trick. Jump! No, that doesn't work. Not a very safe place to try jumping. I'm afraid that leap was a bit much for your weak frame. You have died.
Okay.
This is the place where you meet who might be the dungeon master. We're not sure during the in the death sequence.
I mean, maybe we need to consult the intel clues for this.
Yeah, shall we consult the clues? We shall consult the Book of Clues. Because yeah, I'm kind of stumped at this point, and I'm not sure what's Let us make sure that it is what we think it is.
Yeah.
Central area, Land of Shadow in the Cliff area, Royal Museum. This is even before that. I think this is Central area. Trapped on the aqueduct. Here we go. What do I do? 3 hints. If you can't proceed to the north due to a collapsed segment, you're stuck. What might have caused this segment to collapse? The secret
so
is to
it's saying
traverse
the
this
earthquake
area
already happened.
before. Yeah, it is. Before it is destroyed by the earthquake.
But the earthquake didn't happen until after we spoke to him.
Maybe. I have to wonder if that was like the second time we went down there or something.
Oh, maybe. Like maybe there was a. All right. So yeah, I guess we have to restore earlier.
I don't think we did anything between those two things, though, so I think we're okay.
No. Yeah.
It's just a... I'm going to try to restore from after the fight. If we end up not having enough time, though, we may have to restore to before the fight.
Yeah.
We'll see. So we might end up having to do the fight again, but I did save it right after the fight.
Okay. Let's skip the vial for now, and we'll do the Hello Sailor after.
We'll do that later. Okay, here we go. Post-fight. Okay. Now. So this puts us back. We are in the Land of Shadow somewhere. Safe bet we can probably... We're only 46 moves in.
I think we go east.
Yeah, we can go east from here. Creepy crawl.
It's east and then south.
And
right?
yeah, actually, it's for the creepy crawl. We can just head south.
Okay.
To the lake shore. Okay, south to the foggy room. And south to the lake shore. Turn off lamp. Drop all. Enter lake. Enter Alke. I'm doing some of this kind of fast.
Yeah.
I'm just wanting to go back and realize, look and see. Do let me know if you happen to spot it saying that there's an earthquake.
Yeah, I'm keeping a lookout.
Should we even skip the amulet right now?
Yeah, I mean we can skip the amulet. We should drop off the timber and the light, just in case.
Gotcha. West. To the western shore, south to the scenic vista. It's currently the indicator's on 2. I forget which one that is.
Wait, that is... I think 2 is the timber.
That was the one we wanted.
Yeah.
I took too long. Did I even save before we didn't? No, I didn't.
No.
I feel like we need to save moves here.
Look, just go for it this time.
Yeah,
and
okay.
Then... No, we wanted to touch 3. Also.
Well, we wanted to leave the torch here. There was a thing about leaving the timber here as well, but
I thought
it's fine.
I thought 8 is where the brew repellent is.
Yeah, that was 2, and then it immediately switched
2?
to 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had forgotten which 1, 2, and 3 and all that was.
Gotcha.
Because I am a fool. I should have looked at my freaking notes. It's in my notes. I am angry with myself.
That's fine. Let's.
You know what? You know what? Here, wait. Give me just a minute. Will you give me just a minute?
Okay.
Give me just a minute. I can do it.
You're gonna do this.
I can do it.
You, sir, you have a problem.
I do have a problem. See? There we are. We're back. It's reading 2. I'm gonna touch the table. It's pitch black. Apparently we needed the torch to be able to, It's okay, I got it, we're good. I can do it. Okay. No, wait. I can get us where we need to go. I went too far. Okay, now we're gonna go to the lakeshore. We're gonna turn off the lamp. We're gonna drop all. We're gonna enter the lake. We're gonna go west. Then we're gonna go south. We're gonna get the torch. Can I save here? Saving won't take up a turn, will it? Get torch. Touch table. Get can. We got it! Yay!
Oh, did we do it?
Yes, we got the... We've got it! We've got the can! You're repelled from the exit by a fierce wind. Suddenly back in the viewing room. Okay. We have the can of Grue repellent. We have the torch.
Okay. We need
I think
the timber.
If we want to wait for it, we can go and get the timber.
You want to save now and wait for it?
I mean, I saved just before we did this, so I mean, I think we're okay.
Are you sure?
I don't know anymore. See, 1 is the room with the broken timbers. 2 is the room with the Grue repellent. 3 is the area to the north. So, like, we can do if we wait. And then 4 is the sacrificial altar. So, like, from where it is in the cycle right now, the next one is going to be the room where we have to drop the torch. I feel like if we need it, we can get the timber later. To be perfectly honest, if we're bound and determined to save moves, here's the thing. What this means is that the earthquake happens on a specific move number, maybe.
Right. Maybe. Or yeah, I have no idea.
There could be an action trigger that we just don't know what it is. But I'm wondering, do we want? Well, here my question is, do we want to save moves? Here, I'll save again. All right, now I'm not gonna save the freaking game again. There. Do we want to wait for the timber before we step into room 3?
Yeah, I mean, you saved. We might as well try it.
Try which thing? Waiting or not waiting?
Waiting to get the timber.
Okay. Okay. Change to 4. What happened to 3?
3.
We were in room 8.
I don't know.
That's 2. That's weird. I don't know what's happening.
Go with it.
Yeah, okay. We don't want to go to room 4. Changes to 1, touch the table. Get the timber. Can it fit through this passage? Does that load? Alright. Lay back in the viewing room. Okay, changes to 2. Which is...
So we're waiting for 3.
Which is Grue Repellent Room. Yep.
Yeah.
We wait. Indicator table
Touch
flickers
table.
briefly. Changes 3. Touch the table! I'm going to drop the torch and the timber. There we go. And now we will be whisked back. We're back in the viewing room.
Okay.
All right. With just the Grue
Go
repellent.
Go into the lake, dive, get the repellent again, south.
Yep. Here we go. Save. Okay. I'm just using exclamations of anguish as our save names now.
Uh-huh.
Enter lake. Dive. Oh, there's a shiny object. I may as well say get all. Oh, good God. The Grue repellent is moving from our grasp. But we got the amulet.
So, get all again.
Large and hungry-looking fish is swimming in the neighborhood. It can. Taken. Good. The icy waters are taking their toll. You will not be able to hold out much longer. You return to the air. You run out of air and return to the surface. You're on the lake. We'll head south. We are at the southern shore. I'm saving again. Aye, southern shore. Okay. This feels like a lot has been happening. Spray self with can. Smells like a mixture of old socks and burning rubber. If I were a Grue, I'd sure stay clear. And we shall head south. It is pitch black. South. Sinister gurgling noises. It is pitch black. Ground continues to slope upward. You can barely detect a dim light from the east. East. Key room. I'm gonna save again. Get key. Open manhole. The horrible smell is much less pungent now. Small hole leading into darkness. Down.
Down.
Aqueduct.
North.
Wide stone channel. Water flowed to the north. High arch. You are now in one of the tallest arches of the aqueduct, hundreds of feet above the rocky chasm. The immensity of the aqueduct project is apparent from here. Stone supports rise from the rock floor to form massive arches, which traverse the region from north to south. The water-carrying channel here is wide and deep. To the west and far below you can make out a balcony, which must command a wide view of the aqueduct. North? Water slide! We made it! We made it! Ah! Oh my God. Water slide, you're near the northern end. Sorry, go ahead.
Get all. I don't care what's there. Let's.
You're gonna get everything!
Just,
You're gonna pick up everything that isn't nailed down.
Is there anything there?
If there's nothing there, we're gonna make things and take them from there. Just for the purpose. We're gonna drop things just to pick them up here. That's how we celebrate this room. Oh, good God. You know what? I've had the Invisiclues on this whole time. There we go. Had the Invisiclues screen. Yes, they didn't get to see our anguish.
Solar success. It's all
We've
right.
just been...
The visuals were all right here.
Yes, we've been behaving like maniacs to this static screen. Well, I say we. Anyway.
It's nice for once not being the maniac.
That's fair. Oh my god. Anyway. Water slide. You're near the northern end. Ooh, we made it. We made it here. You're near the northern end of this segment. See, it said nothing about a crumbling arch just a moment ago, so that's... It's good. You're near the northern end of this segment of the aqueduct system. To the south and slightly uphill, the bulk of the aqueduct looms ominously, towering above a gorge. To the north, the water channel drops precipitously and enters a rocky hole. The damp moss and lichen would certainly make that a one-way trip. I'm going to save the game here because, dear God.
Change it. No, change it to wee.
Yeah, I know, right? South and slightly uphill, both of the aqueduct looms. The north, the water channel. I don't think there's anything here.
I don't think there is either. But that's why I said get all.
Get all. There's nothing to get.
Okay, jump.
Very good. Now you can go to the second grade. They were very mean in those days.
Yeah.
I guess we're heading north. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah. Or
Hmm?
yeah. Yeah.
I think we've done all the reveling in this room we possibly can.
Yeah.
Damp passage. This is a particularly damp spot even by dungeon standards. You see a crossroads to the west, and two nearly identical passages lead east and northeast. A stone channel, wide and deep, steeply descends into the room from the south, which we just used as a water slide. It is covered with moss and lichen and is far too slippery to climb. The channel crosses the room, but the opening where it once continued north is now blocked by rubble.
Jim, we have 2 light sources.
I know. Isn't it exciting?
You can leave the lamp off until this torch goes away.
Isn't it wonderful? I am so happy. I'm going to I have to add the water slide to the map. Because I have not done that.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anymore. It
does.
It's about to be broken.
I have to record it. I have to record it for posterity. Don't you understand? The map must be complete. The map must be complete. I need to know. I need to remember this. This is important. Water slide. I know we'll never come back there. Okay, so we have the water slide. And, I guess what I'll do is I'll just make another little thing that heads into the damp passage, and there we are. That's how we get there. And this is one way. It's a one-way arrow. There we go.
I mean, there's no way. There's 0 ways. we can't get back there if we tried.
That's very true. That's very true. Here, it's lit.
Technically, all of those are one way. Even though you can go back and forth on some of them, they're all one way.
They are all one way. That's very true. I mean, from the key room down, that's one way. I should mark that too.
From the dark place down.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. That's very true. There we go. I feel better about myself. I think that's the important thing here. Okay. So, the important thing there was we got the key.
Yeah, not only that, but like, for one, like, I understand leaving the water slide to the high arch a dotted line, but we wouldn't know it's a dotted line if we didn't do it in the future.
Strange, isn't it?
So your map is more complete than a cartographer could have possibly in any way known to complete the map in that fashion.
We have the power of time travel. It's is there some sort of technical term for something being more correct than is humanly possible?
I don't know. I just watched Oppenheimer the other night, and I can't even possibly tell you the answer to that.
I still need to see that. I've not seen that yet.
It is very good. I'm going to see Barbie tonight.
Ah, excellent. So you're doing.
I'm not expecting as much.
You're doing the Barbenheimer thing. Then.
I am, but I reversed it. So.
Oppenby. Yeah. Actually, I think that even so, I think the order they say the order you're supposed to watch those in is Oppenheimer first, and then Barbie.
Oh yeah.
Because the idea is that Oppenheimer is possibly going to be depressing, or a very heavy hitting, and that Barbie is like a delightful chaser afterwards that will bring your mood back up and help you stabilize.
Look, I have thought about the Manhattan Project and things before, but yeah, no, it's definitely a splash of water in the face.
Excellent. Well, that's good. I would like, I think, just at this point, actually, this feels like a good point. Should we take a quick break? And
Sure.
Then come back to this and start figuring out what we're actually doing? Now that we have conquered this strange
figure
thing.
out where this key, the key goes. And
Yeah, we're going to need to figure that out, and we're going to have to redo some things and just sort of see what happens. Okay.
I think we should. Yeah, we'll get the vial. We'll open the chest.
Yeah.
We'll
Possibly go up north and see the... Yeah.
Oh yeah, and talk to
There's
the old
this whole
man.
thing with this old man up here in this nearby engravings room we got to deal with too. So.
Yeah, we gotta do that too. But I think we should do the other two things first, and then we'll go deal with the old man.
Okay, we can do that. We can do that.
All right, and then time travel.
Yes, time travel. Vitally important. We'll be back shortly. See you, see you folks in a bit. We have returned. And now we shall look to the future. Or possibly repeat the past. It's hard to say really which we're doing. We are currently in the damp passage, and so you wanted, before we tackle the stuff with the old man, you wanted to go and do the other stuff first, is that right?
I think so. I mean,
Okay.
It doesn't matter. I mean, we're here. We can do the old man first.
Yeah, I don't know. The thing, yeah, there's some sort of puzzle that we weren't sure what was going on with it.
Oh, right.
With a beam of light and a button and a mirror we could shatter and a compass rose and a compartment behind the mirror. That also might be where the key goes. I don't know. The key might go to everything for all I know.
Yeah.
So it's like we could do it if we want. There's a bunch of stuff there that we haven't fully explored yet. The alternative again is to just go ahead and jump over to the Land of Shadow, get the vial, do what we can with the chest.
You know what? I think we know about the vial. So if we go and get the vial, that's a known quantity.
Yeah.
We know at least there's a chest and a lock to the chest. So we can try, get the vial, save, go to the chest, and try to open it. And if we can't open it, I guess we don't. Maybe reload at the vial and then go to the old. Let's see if we can figure out the old man.
Yeah, we can do that.
Because we know what happens when we give the guy the chest, and that's we end up with a box. So
yeah, which I mean might come in handy. I don't know, but
right.
I actually have another question, a thought that I had. In case we start having inventory management issues, because that timber is heavy, do we want to pick a spot? Do we want to pick a spot where we want to use as our dropping off point?
I mean, yeah, that's fine.
I am thinking, because like we don't necessarily have to carry the lamp while we have the torch, unless we think the torch is going to go out at some point.
Yeah, I mean the shore is not a bad spot. It's kind of centralized. and
The
most of the stuff
lake
is
shore?
already there. The lakeshore. Yeah.
Yeah, we could just use that. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking either that or like the junction or something.
Yeah.
Or the endless stair. Since it's like right there.
Any of those are fine. Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, I mean, I think that we'll end up coming back through the creepy crawl to get to the tight squeeze and the grotto, and we'll do all this you were saying afterwards, doing the time travel. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the shore's not bad. There's light, so that's a good spot. We can keep stuff at the shore for now, I think.
Okay.
That sounds reasonable. We'll see how this goes. All right. So we are here at the damp passage. What do we want to do first? Do we want to do the stuff over on the west first, or do we want to do the stuff up here first?
Let's.
I think you were saying this is more known quantity stuff.
Yeah, I let's get the vial.
Yeah, let's get that out of the way.
Save. Yeah, let's get that out of the way.
Cool. All right, we'll do that. All right, here we go. Get all. We have the timber and the torch. I'm gonna go ahead and save here again. This is where we're now starting anew. And we'll head over there. I guess we'll drop off the timber at the shore then, while we're doing this.
Yeah.
We can just deal with it. So from here we head west and then south.
Yeah, one move off.
We're at the junction. Standing before you is a great rock. Creepy crawl. Foggy room. Lakeshore. Lamp and a sword. What are we carrying? A torch, a broken timber, a strange key, grue repellent, which is now useless, and an amulet that we're wearing.
So keep
I guess
the key.
Yeah, keep the key. We'll drop the timber and the can of grue repellent.
Yeah. Do we want the sword?
We probably want the sword. You think? You think the sword would be good?
I don't know, but
might be good to hold on to, just in case. I was thinking. Yeah. But for now, the lamp is here, the timber is here, and the empty can of grue repellent is here.
Right.
And so that we can then deal with stuff. And we're wearing the amulet, so in theory that shouldn't even take up a space. What the heck is the deal with the amulet? No, there's nothing special. It's just a golden amulet. Okay. Are we ready?
Yep. Let's do it.
Okay. I'll save again here. This is our base. Okay. So we're gonna head north and then west a bunch until we hit the ocean, and that'll be the vial. And then we can circle back around to get up to the cliff. All right, here we go. Let me switch that back on. Folks can anyone reading along at home can see it more easily. All right. The foggy room, land of shadow, dark featureless landscape, dark and shadowy land. Gentle hills, eerie shadows. Ceilings far above. Land of shadow. To the west the land dips. Flathead Ocean. We are at the Flathead Ocean. An amazing underground sea, the topic of many a legend among adventurers. So it's not really out in the open, it's just there's a light source coming from somewhere. We don't need to turn the torch off, we can't in fact, so that's fine. You are known to arrive at the spot. If you were to return, heavy surf. Look at torch. There's nothing special about it. I'm hoping it's like the torch in Zork 1 and it never goes out.
Right.
We have to wait here for the sailor to show up. There it is. No, that's not it. That's the earthquake. There's a great tremor from within the earth. The entire dungeon shakes violently and loose debris starts to fall from above you.
124 moves.
Yeah, move 124 is when that seems to be happening. We weren't at 124 yet before. That's the weird part. I don't know what's happened. I think we were in move like 80 something. When we restored to that one, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe we missed this message. I don't know. It's taking a while for this sailor to show up. There it is. The passing alongside the shore now is an old boat reminiscent of an ancient Viking ship. Standing on the prow of the ship is an old and crusty sailor peering out over the misty ocean. Hello, sailor. Seaman looks up and maneuvers the boat toward shore, cries out, I have waited for three ages for someone to say those words and save me from sailing this endless ocean. Please accept this gift. You may find it useful. He throws something which falls near you in the sand, then sails off toward the west, singing a lively but somewhat uncouth sailor song. I am curious. I don't know if it's going to be here. I'm just a little curious. If there's more lore about this sailor. Probably not. Hello, sailor is a famous catchphrase throughout the kingdom of Zork. Those wondering what I'm looking at. Ea Wizka Motto Vantharia. John Paul Flathead sported a button with the motto. And then they talk about Hello Aviator from one of the Zork books. But nothing about the sailor. Okay, these wikis are somewhat limited. But no worries. Okay, get the vial. Boat sails silently through the mist and out of sight. I'm gonna save again. Invioled. It is funny because we don't really need to... One of the things about these games is that you don't have to have seen a thing in order for things to happen later.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
I mean, I appreciate that from a storytelling stance.
Yeah. Let's see. Getting back up there. So, 1, 2, 3. 1,
East,
2,
north, north.
3, 4. Yeah, so east, north,
Yeah.
north. There, we don't have to worry about the light source. It either is or it isn't.
Right?
East. North. Once again in the land of shadow. Path cut into the face of the cliff descends toward the beach. To the north is a stone wall, which ends at the cliff edge. It was obviously built long ago. And directly north is a spot where you could climb over the rubble of the decaying wall. Cliff. This is a remarkable spot in the dungeon. Perhaps 200 feet above you is a gaping hole in the earth's surface, through which pours bright sunshine. A few seedlings from the world above, nurtured by the sunlight and occasional rains, have grown into giant trees, making this a virtual oasis in the desert of the underground empire. To the west is a sheer precipice, dropping nearly 50 feet to the jagged rocks below. The way south is barred by a forbidding stone wall, crumbling from age. There is a jagged opening in the wall to the southwest, through which leaks a fine mist. A land to the east looks lifeless and barren. A rope is tied to one of the large trees here and is dangling over the side of the cliff, reaching down to the shelf below. It seems as if somebody has been here recently. as there is some fresh bread lying beneath one of the other trees. Your sword is glowing.
Foremost, steal the bread.
Yes. Yes. Save the game. It doesn't know the word steal. Taken, you seem to hear from the southwest the sounds of the sea.
Okay.
Trunks are too large. There was something about there's someone wandering around here. That's probably the guy.
He's like hiding in the bushes or something.
Yeah.
But like every time we go towards that, we couldn't get to him. Something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Or he was hiding up a tree, or yeah. But every time we go to investigate, he wasn't there.
You see nothing special about the rope.
All right, climb down the rope.
Do you know? All right. Cliff ledge. This is a rock-strewn ledge near the base of a tall cliff. The bottom of the cliff is another 15 feet below. You have little hope of climbing up the cliff face, but you might be able to scramble down from here, though it's doubtful you could return. A long piece of rope is dangling from the top of the cliff and is within your reach. A large chest, closed and locked, is lying among the boulders. Your sword is no longer glowing. I'm going to save the game here. Again.
All right.
You want to try it?
Yeah, unlock the chest with the strange key.
The key, which initially seemed certain to fit the lock, seems to change shape and will not enter the keyhole.
Try it again.
Try again. Same message.
I don't know. We just saved. Try it a few times.
All right. Nope. And at the edge of the cliff above you, a man appears. He looks down at you and speaks. "Hello down there. You seem to have a problem. Maybe I can help you." He chuckles in an unsettling sort of way. "Perhaps if you tied that chest to the end of the rope, I might be able to drag it up for you. Then I'll be more than happy to help you up." He laughs again. Your sword is glowing with a faint blue glow. This guy seems just so trustworthy, doesn't he?
All right. So it has not opened the chest. And that was our only, like, we can try opening it a few more times, but if it continues to not work, like,
Yeah.
we just, I mean, if you just G again, he just said that.
Sure. Nope. Man the cliff waves at you. But just take a moment to tie that rope to the chest. I'd be much obliged, and there might even be something in it for you. The key, which initially still isn't working. Your friend at the top of the cliff has started pacing nervously around. I know, do we want to see what he does?
Sure.
You're just gonna keep trying. A few small stones fall near your feet. You look up and see your friend waving. "I haven't got all day, fella. Be a pal and pass up the chest." And then he says the same thing again. Yoo-hoo! Man who's brink of the cliff. He calls him man at the brink of the cliff. "Remember me?" No, it looks like it's just going to be variations on the same thing, maybe.
Yeah.
Do you want to keep going, or do we want to just go ahead and tie the thing to the chest?
I mean, do it like 3 more times, and then.
Open chest with sword. Is this what you're looking for? Mine calls down to you. Is this what you're looking for? He cackles, waving a small key over his head. You try to open the chest, but it is locked. The man appears to be getting somewhat impatient. He has the key to the chest. Apparently. The man appears to be getting somewhat impatient.
I mean,
Is this just going to lead us to a cul-de-sac if we don't do this? I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know. Like, do we go back? Do we leave the chest and go back up and around?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
We didn't try that, did we? Like leaving the chest there and see if it's still. Does he go down and unlock it if we do that?
Yeah, I think we might have. I don't know.
I don't think we did.
We can give it a try.
Yeah.
Down here and then basically east and north. Yeah. Okay. Down. Sword is no longer glowing. At the cliff base. Can't go that way. Where are we?
Cliff
Oh,
base.
right. Oh, yeah. So south.
It's the same amount of
north,
moves if we go
north,
northwest or south.
northeast, southwest, west. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. It's actually a little fewer we go this way.
Alright.
Northeast. Hairpin loop. Sharp turn on a narrow and steeply sloping path. Strewn with boulders of various sizes. The path climbs sharply toward a desolate plain to the southeast. Southwest of here. Path winds down to the base of a cliff. Southeast. Barren area. You are west of the junction, where a rock-bound passage widens out into a large flat area. Although the land here is barren, you can see a vegetation to the west. South of here is a mighty wall of stone, ancient and crumbling. To the southwest, the wall is decayed enough to form an opening, through which seeps a thin mist. The trail dips sharply into rocky terrain to the northwest. So we go west. Cliff. Remarkable spot in the dungeon. Same as before. Looks like a rope is tied to one of the large trees. Yeah.
The sword is glowing a faint blue, which means he's one space away
Yeah.
from us.
Yeah. Effectively.
So I mean, we could try.
We cut the rope.
Oh man, that's good.
That would be mean. The rope is tied to a tree. If I can't have it... This is probably going to put us in a cul-de-sac, but do you want to try it?
Sure. Do you want to save it since we've just walked around?
No. I didn't. But it does say the rope is made of pretty tough stuff and won't cut.
Okay.
Keep hearing the sounds of the sea from the southwest. There's no ocean here. It's like he's around here somewhere.
So if you look, is he still glowing, or the sword still glowing? No.
It doesn't say.
Yeah. So he's not around currently.
Hmm. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, my thought is either wait around until the sword starts glowing blue again, and then search like south and west
Oh, yeah.
to see if he is one space away, or give up and give him the chest.
It said that it was glowing. I don't know if it ever said it's no longer glowing. I don't know if it's showing us that.
But every other time, like it's mentioned it every time you look. It shows
though?
it in the it shows it in the description.
But is that just a thing that happens when the sword starts glowing? We entered the room. I don't know. Well, here's the thing. What we could try is just step east and step west again.
Yeah.
Your sword is no longer glowing.
Oh. All right.
Your sword is glowing. So I'm thinking maybe... I mean, my thought is that maybe we're still supposed to do this and just end up with the empty chest, but that's...
Yeah.
that's the only thing I can think of. And then that we use the empty chest for something.
So there's that, or I mean, we can try drinking the invisible vial again, or pouring the vial over us. I don't know.
Maybe. If we want to use that here, that'd be fine. Do we want to try doing that?
Yeah. Well, we tried drinking it and did nothing. So why don't we try? I don't know, pouring it on us.
Okay. Open vial. Rub liquid on self. That sentence isn't one I recognize. Pour a vial on me. You can't pour that on anything. Are there words we are forgetting that we should use here?
No, I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe. All right. Well, do you want to load after we got the vial and just go do try to do the old man first?
We could. You want to just leave this here, not do anything with the chest? Then until later?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. That's no problem. I mean, it'll be here. And that'll put us back in, a little further back in case there's anything else. In case there are any other surprises waiting for us.
Right.
Let's see. Invialed. Here we are. Okay, we just got the vial. We're at the Flathead Ocean. And, what do we want to do? We're doing the wizard?
Yeah.
Is he a wizard? I don't know. So that's east, east, east.
The old man.
East. And north from the creepy crawl. Up to the junction.
Then
and
east, northeast.
Northeast, yeah, okay. Land of shadow, land of shadow, land of shadow. Creepy crawl. North to the junction and the great rock.
East.
East to the damp
Northeast.
passage. Save. Just before we go in there, I just want to... just in case.
Yeah.
Because this may be one of those things where it's like he's not there all the time. I seem to remember reading that from a previous clue. Don't know. Room with passages. Look at the engravings. Picked flames, stone statues, and figures of old men. You want to do the edge of the screen trick, as we call it? Go back and forth?
Yeah, that's fine.
Actually, not the edge of the screen trick yet. It's only 1982, but you know what I mean. Here we go. An old wizened man is huddled asleep in the corner. He is snoring loudly. From his appearance, he is weak and frail. The sword has begun to glow. I think we give him the bread?
Oh,
we don't have
yeah.
the bread.
Oh, we didn't get the... Oh.
Remember, the
That's
bread
right.
was in the...
Yeah.
The bread was there at the tree. We can get that. I
Yeah.
forgot about the bread.
So, me too.
Inviled once again. I mean, we went up to the trees. We could restore at the trees and we might be okay. Because we hadn't done any of that yet.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's 153. Hang on, I'm just checking some things. Hang on. I just gotta check the thing. 153 versus 150. Oh, yeah. That's just like 3 moves later. We went there. That was it. Okay. Get bread. We have the bread now. Okay. Back the way we came. We're now at the cliff. So east. Yeah. Just a bunch of east. Okay, save. I'm just gonna save over that.
Right.
Yes, I'm replacing it like a monster. Northeast, southwest, northeast, southwest, northeast, southeast, northwest, southwest, northeast. Ah! There he is. No, there he is. Okay. From his appearance, he's weak and frail. Your sword has begun to glow very brightly. He has a long, stringy beard and is snoring quite loudly. Wake him? Is that what we did? What did we do?
Sure. Yeah.
The old man is roused to consciousness. He appears at you through eyes which appear much younger and stronger than his frail body and waits as if expecting something to happen.
And then we give him bread.
Yeah. He looks up at you and takes the whey bread from you. Slowly he eats the bread and pauses. When he has finished, he starts to speak. Perhaps what you seek is through there. He points at the carved wall to the north, where you now notice the bare outline of a secret door. When you turn back to the old man, you notice that he is gone. Your sword is no longer glowing.
Okay.
So there we are. Engravings room, button room, beam room, hallway. We'll get there. We'll get there in the near. Hang on, I just want to make sure no one is trying to. If someone is trying to reach me here, they're getting messages again. No, this is all just people posting pictures of food. I don't need to worry about that right now. There's this group that I'm in, and occasionally we go do we go play this other game that we've been playing together, and I'll get into that later. Yeah. So there we are. We now have the outline of a secret door, and we can now go north. Or is it down? I think it's down. The outline of a door is fairly. Look at the door. The secret door is closed. Open secret door. The massive stone door opens noiselessly. Beyond the once secret door are dark, forbidding stairs that lead down to a passage below. Dim light, as from torches, can be seen in the passage. I'm going to save at the secret door. And I guess we'll head in. Button room. You're standing at the southern end of a long, dimly lit hall. To the south, stairs ascend into darkness. To the north, the corridor is illuminated by torches set high on the walls, out of reach. On one wall is a red button. I still have no idea what this button does.
Okay.
Do we mess with the button, or do we just keep going?
Yeah, let's keep going, because I forget what everything else is.
Alright. Beam room. You're in the middle of a long north-south corridor whose walls are polished stone. A narrow red beam of light crosses the room at the north end, inches above the floor. The corridor continues north and south.
Okay.
Do we want to step over the beam or just pass through it?
Let's pass through it.
Okay. Hallway. This is a part of the long hallway to the east and west. The east and west walls are dressed stone. In the center of the hall is a shallow stone channel. In the center of the room, the channel widens into a large hole around which is engraved a compass rose. The hallway continues to the south. A large mirror fills the north side of the hallway.
So we break a mirror, we take a piece, we go down to where the laser is, and then we
Aim it.
aim it north, right?
I think we could do. I'm not sure whether it lets us do that or not. We can give it a try.
Yeah.
Because like, I don't know if there was any of the mirror left when we did that, but we could try. Stone channel. Examine mirror. Touch mirror. Fiddling with the mirror doesn't seem to work. Okay, we're gonna break the mirror?
Yeah.
Alright. Sword. The mirror breaks, revealing a wooden panel behind it. The glistening fragments of mirror quietly sparkle into non-existence.
Oh.
There's no mirror left. Look at panel. See nothing special about the panel. Open panel? I don't see a way to open the panel here.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah, so that's wrong.
Okay. Should we not break the mirror?
Yeah, maybe we should not break the mirror.
Okay. Now unbreaking the mirror.
Okay. Can we take the mirror?
Yeah, that's my next thought. An interesting idea. Apparently not. Like, I like the idea, and apparently, you know, doing something with the mirror could work. Like, if we had another mirror
Yeah.
that we could use to aim the beam, I can see us possibly, like, taking the mirror that, like, this second mirror, putting it in front of the beam, aiming it into the hallway, and then you aim it at the mirror, and then that bounces down into the hole, into the channel.
Right.
And does something. I don't know what. It's an interesting idea.
Can we try to reflect the beam with the sword?
Or the amulet, maybe.
Oh, or that.
It's a gold amulet. I don't know. It doesn't say anything about it being reflective. We can give it a try. Here. Beam room. Reflect beam. Doesn't know the word reflect. Put sword in beam. The beam is now interrupted by a sword lying on the floor. Look at beam. Red beam of light crosses the north end of the room, only an inch or so above the floor. The beam is broken by a sword lying on the ground. That tells us we can interrupt it using objects. We go back north, there's not really much there. Hang on, I want to try the amulet. Because it lets us do it. So that's got to mean something.
Now that it's interrupted, maybe we press the button.
Yeah, we could do that. Press button. Click! Snap! I have no idea what's just happened.
All
Shall we
right.
take a look?
Yeah.
Do we want to pick the amulet up or leave it in the beam?
Leave it in the beam for now.
Okay. Let's see. Hallways, western
Hey!
Center. dressed stone?
The mirror? No, the mirror is mounted
on
on
a panel which has been opened out. Oh, okay, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That was it. Okay. In the center of the room, the channel widens into a large hole around which an engraved compass rose. Hallway continues to the south. Large mirror fills the north side of the mirror is mounted on a panel which has been opened outward. Look at panel. Look in panel. Open panel.
North?
Inside mirror. You are inside a rectangular box of wood whose structure is rather complicated. 4 sides and the roof are filled in, and the floor is open. As you face the side opposite the entrance, 2 short sides of carved and polished wood are to your left and right. The left panel is mahogany, the right pine. The wall you face is red on its left half and black on its right. On the entrance side, the wall is white opposite the red part of the wall it faces, and yellow opposite the black section. The painted walls are at least twice the length of the unpainted ones. The ceiling is painted blue. In the floor is a stone channel about 6 inches wide and a foot deep. Channel is oriented in a north-south direction. In the exact center of the room, channel widens into a circular depression perhaps 2 feet wide. Incised in the stone around this area is a compass rose. Running from one short wall to the other at about waist height is a wooden bar. Carefully carved and drilled, this bar is pierced in 2 places. The first hole is in the center of the bar, and thus the center of the room. The second is at the left end of the room. As you face the opposite the entrance, through each hole runs a wooden pole. The pole at the left end of the bar is short, extending about a foot above the bar, and ends in a hand grip. The pole has been dropped into a hole carved in the stone floor. The long pole at the center of the bar extends from the ceiling through the bar to the circular area in the stone channel. This bottom end of the pole has a T-bar a bit less than 2 feet long attached to it, and on the T-bar is carved an arrow. The arrow and T-bar are pointing west. The mirror quietly swings shut. There's a lot here. I feel as though there's a puzzle nearby. My puzzle sense is tingling.
Jesus!
There's a lot. This is so much.
I want to go back to the puzzle where I break the path of the laser and open a door.
I know, right? This is so much. This is so much. Like, it's doable, I think, probably in some way. Aside from us being trapped inside this mirror. And I wonder if maybe we should have kept on the amulet and just, like, interrupted the beam with, like, the grue repellent. Or the timber.
Right.
I don't know if we'll need it here or not. It doesn't matter. If we don't, but...
What
This
does
is
it mean
so
the
much.
floor is open? Alright, as you face the...
Oh my god.
Mahogany
Okay.
and pine.
Inside
The
a
wall
rectangle.
you face
I'm
is
gonna have
red
to
on
break
the
out
left.
paper. I'm going to have to use my
Black on the right.
hands and
On
draw
the
a thing
entrance side-
like a barbarian. Hang on.
On the
I need
entrance
to-
side, the wall is white opposite the red part, and yellow opposite the black part. So that's on the back of the panel.
Inside the mirror. We couldn't go inside the mirror before, could we, or could we?
No, we didn't get this far. We broke the mirror.
I know we didn't go into the mirror, but I don't know if we ever tried.
No, I don't think we broke the path with anything else. We kept looking for something to reflect it, not to break it.
Yeah. I'm gonna need a second.
Yep.
Hang on. Stare at this for a minute, would you? Figure this.
Yeah. Yeah.
God, this is so much. So much. Okay. I've got a pencil. It's a rectangular box of wood. 4 sides and the roof are filled in. Oh my god. Okay. I'm going to now try to draw a 3-dimensional object. Oh my god. Oh. This is not a good representation of this, but you can see again why I hate erasers. But anyway.
Shit.
So let me see here. Okay. I'm gonna try and see here. Rectangular box of wood. It's a wooden box. 4 sides and the roof. Inside the box. 4 sides and the roof are filled in. And the floor is open. So every side around you is filled in. Right? And the roof. The floor is open. So, as you face the side opposite the entrance, which is presumably then to the north side? Maybe?
Maybe.
Unless the opening is in the floor. Okay. Face the side opposite the entrance. 2 short sides of carved and polished wood are to your left and right. It would have to be. Well, almost. Yeah, okay. Because if we came in on a long side, right? 2 short sides are the 2 short sides are to your left and right. If you're inside a 3-dimensional rectangle. There's a term for that. I can't remember what that's called. There's a geometric term for that. What is a 3D rectangle called? Cuboid. So we're inside a cuboid. Is that really what it's called? A cuboid?
No idea.
It is, apparently. That's the term of the cube. A cuboid. Okay. So we're inside a cuboid. It's not a cube, it's cuboid. We're inside this cuboid. And, the short walls are to the left and left. The short sides are left and right of us.
Right.
And so, I'm going to take it that we're coming in from the side closest to me, right? So, the left side is mahogany. All right, left panel's mahogany. The right is pine. The wall you face is red on its left half and black on its right. Okay, so it's bifurcated, red and black. I'm gonna need a bigger cuboid for this. If I look at this later, I will have no idea what I'm looking at. On the entrance side, the wall is white, opposite the red part of the wall it faces, and yellow opposite the black section. Okay, so we've got so white on our left if we're facing away from it. As the white is opposite the red and the black is opposite yellow opposite sorry, it's white and yellow. Yellow is opposite the black. Okay. Okay. I'm getting a picture. Yeah, it looks like it's it says the entrance, which is to the south presumably. But it's a wall now. We just came through a wall essentially. Okay.
Right.
The painted walls are at least twice the length of the unpainted ones. Okay, got that. The ceiling is painted blue, so the ceiling, I'm going to say blue, and I'm just going to draw a little arrow to that. Okay, all right. The floor is a stone channel about 6 inches wide and a foot deep. Okay. 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 The channel is oriented in a north-south direction, which means that it goes from the wall behind us to the wall in front of us. So the channel goes that way. Okay, okay. In the exact center of the room, the channel widens into a circular depression, perhaps 2 feet wide. Incised in the stone around this area is a compass rose, just like the one in the room we just left, I would assume. Okay. Running from one short wall to the other at about waist height is a wooden bar, carefully carved and drilled. This bar is pierced in two places. Okay, so there's a bar about waist height, pierced in 2 places. The first hole in the center is in the center of the bar, and thus the center of the room. The second is at the left end of the room as you face opposite the entrance. First hole's in the center of the bar, and the second hole's on the left side. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Second's at the left end of the room. Through each hole runs a wooden pole. Alright, I'm just making sure I've got all of this. The pole at the left end of the bar is short, extending about a foot above the bar. Okay, they're up and down.
This,
foot
just
above
so
the bar.
You see,
ends in a
this
hand
is
grip.
what I have.
Let me look at the. Let me actually hang on. Let me switch to the Just Us view so we can see that a bit better.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what you've got there. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. I see what you're looking at there. Okay. Yeah. I gotcha.
Okay. So that's what I'm
right.
looking at.
Okay.
So the bar that goes across basically is going west to east right now. That has the 2 sticks in it. So if we have a stripper pole in the center of the room, and we have a bar going through the center of the stripper's pole, and then there's a handle facing to the west at the bottom of it. the left side of the stripper pole has another stick coming up only about 4 feet above the vertical bar.
2 feet.
So if we turn it, we can either have it going southwest or northwest. Like, it shouldn't be able to go any further than that.
The bar is carved an arrow. The arrow and the T-bar are pointing west.
So the T-bar, I think we want to move so it's pointing southwest. And that way the bar is going to both black sections, not the yellow and the white.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, you want it to point toward...
The matching colors.
Well, if we point it southwest... So the arrow is pointing southwest?
Yes.
If we can move the T-bar, and we move it...
So the 4 feet above the center bar stick should be on the southwest wall, basically.
Well, it'll be pointing into the southwest corner.
Right.
Which is between the mahogany and white walls. If we point it to the southeast corner, it'll be between yellow and pine. Yeah, remember, it's white and yellow and red and black.
Oh, red and black.
Yeah. So, like, in front of us is red and black. Red on its left, black on its right. Behind us is yellow opposite the black. So, you know, to our right, over our right shoulder, is yellow. Over our left shoulder.
Wait, do I have that wrong? Because I thought that was the way we were facing. We face yellow and black.
No, we're facing red and black. As you face the side opposite the entrance, 2 short sides of cardboard polished wood to your left, one's mahogany on its right spine. The wall you face is red on its left half and black on its right. On the entrance side, which is the side behind us, the wall is white opposite the red part of the wall. So over our left shoulder, it's white, and yellow opposite the black section. So it is yellow over our right shoulder. So there is a red and black wall facing a white and yellow wall, or if you turn around and face the wall behind you, you could call it a yellow and white wall if you're going from left to right.
Right, okay. So yellow over our right, white over our...
Yeah. Yes, we've got yellow over our right shoulder, white over our left shoulder. So the pole has been dropped to the hole. There's a pole with there's a little pole at the left with a hand grip. There's a so that's one handle. Then the long pole at the center of the bar extends from the ceiling through the bar to the circular area in the stone channel. The bottom end of the pole has a T-bar a bit less than 2 feet long attached to it, and the T-bar is carved an arrow. Arrow and T-bar are pointing west toward the mahogany wall. And the mirror quietly swings shut because they're assholes. Presumably the mirror is opposite is on its back is white and yellow, I'm guessing. If they're maintaining any sense of anything, right? So...
Okay, so the pine is on our right, the mahogany is on the left.
Right.
We have a blue
correct.
ceiling.
Yep, that's correct.
Okay.
So, I feel like this is going to be a little more complicated than pointing the arrow at one place, but... What does this mean? We've got red, blue... Hang on. We have red, blue, and yellow as potential primary paint colors. We don't have green, so we don't have the primary light colors. We have red and blue. We have black and white. And yellow we don't really is an interesting inclusion here. We do not have indigo or violet, so we don't have light. So this is probably not related to the light spectrum at all. But none of these colors are achievable unless we're talking light spectrum. None of these in paint. In paint, for example, we're talking about paint lights, right? Paint colors. None of these colors are achievable by themselves. These are all primary colors and black and white. I don't know if that means anything. I'm just sort of riffing here.
Right.
And then we've got mahogany and pine, and I feel like it's gonna mean something. So one possibility. It depends on what they think they mean here, right? Damn it, MIT people. So I have nothing against MIT people, really. Except that they make puzzles like this. So at first glance, one of the things I'm thinking is, okay, well, if red is the opposite of blue, what's the opposite of yellow? Maybe green.
Right.
So that would be combining somehow the blue with the yellow. Again, not a clue. No idea if that has anything to do with anything, but there it is.
Well, I mean, I feel like we, at this point, we have like a breakdown of what the room looks like.
Yes, yes.
So let's turn and see what changes. Like, let's, instead of west,
Yeah. So
put it in a different direction.
We're going to turn the bar. I'm going to go ahead and save the game again, because this is new. I'm going to save the game, and then actually I'm going to go ahead and include this in the... and we figured out how to get in. That's something. I'm going to go ahead and include this on the map.
It's up.
Where are we? Oh yeah, hallway.
Above the hallway.
Yep. Okay. This has always been a weird... Ah! Okay. Add a room. There we go. Okay, this is inside the mirror. Let me show what I'm doing again. I'm going to show my work inside the mirror. I don't know if there's a room fill inside here. I don't know if there's light in here. But puzzle. You know, actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy the text. And I'm just going to put it in the description so that we have it. In here, at least. Hell, I'll also put it in my notes. Because why not? Because, dear Lord, this is a lot. This is so much. Okay. Alright, inside mirror. I'm gonna go ahead and gonna draw a little line. I've forgotten how to do that. It goes there, and I'm gonna change the line style to a dotted line. There we go. Okay. Alright. Inside the mirror. Yeah, that's not even going to give me the whole thing. I have to click on it to get it. That's okay. But anyway, now that I've copied the text, I can redraw this slightly better later if I need to. Okay. So we want to turn the bar. So we want to start by turning the bar?
Yeah, I mean, it's either turn the bar or grab the 4-foot high bar at the side and move that. Like,
Yeah,
that's,
yeah.
it's all on one thing.
Okay. Turn T-bar. You can't turn that. Move T-bar. You can't move the T-bar. Push T-bar. Pull T-bar. You can't move the T-bar. Stand on T-bar. Get on T-bar. You can't climb onto the T-bar. Examine T-bar. See nothing special about the T-bar. We try moving the handle?
Sure.
Pull, push,
Yeah.
pull, handle. Don't know the word handle.
All right. The pole.
Hand grip. It's a hand grip.
Yeah, okay.
Pull grip. You can't move the short pull. Push grip. The pull cannot be lowered further. Raise pull. Raise short pull. The pull is now slightly above the floor.
Now move it. Now pull.
Pull grip.
Pull grip.
You can't move the short pull. Wait a minute. Push bar.
Okay.
Wooden bar. Well, actually, hang on. Let's try the T-bar first. Push T-bar. Push wooden bar. Pull wooden bar. I thought that might loosen it or whatever. So we can pull the grip up. Can we turn the T-bar now? We can't. Raise long pull? Playing in this way with the long pull isn't notably helpful. Turn long pull. Move long pull. You can't move the long pull.
Okay.
Should we keep raising the grip? That's the only other thing I can think of. Raise it up or lower it down. Raise grip. The pull cannot be raised further. Look at hole. Nothing special about the stone channel. The pole has been lifted out of a hole carved in the stone floor. There is evidently enough friction to keep the pole from dropping back down. Okay. Lower. Short pole. Pole is lowered into the stone hole.
Okay.
File, a sword, a torch, and a strange key. Walk into a bar. Is there something we don't have maybe here? Or is this just, or are there more things we can do? We're just not... Look, arrow. Examine arrow. Compass arrow. Turn arrow. Turn compass. Turn rose. Knock on wall. Mahogany. Why knock on a mahogany panel? I don't know. Push mahogany panel. The structure rocks back and forth slightly, but doesn't move. Push. Maybe we move the room and not the,
Oh. Yeah. Oh, so raise the bar again.
Raise, short, pull. Push.
Which wall?
If we push... Which wall do we want to push?
I would say the white... Well, let's push the white wall.
Push the white wall behind us. Okay.
Yeah.
The structure rotates counterclockwise. The arrow on the compass rose now indicates southwest.
Look at it again and see.
Does this do anything? Face rose decided to short size the card from the screen to the left, right. Just saw the ceiling's blue. Channel is oriented. Compass rose is indicating southwest. It was indicating west. It's now indicating southwest. Is it? Yes, the compass rose must be moving with us, right? If the whole room is moving, and the compass hang on. In the first 16, the channel is oriented north-south. In the exact center of the room, the channel widens into a circular depression. Incised in the stone around this area is a compass rose. The T-bar is... The arrow and T-bar are pointing southwest. So we can...
So the floor's not moving.
Yeah, the floor's not moving. Maybe we need to move the whole thing north-south along the channel. Maybe?
Okay.
We keep pushing the white wall?
We can try it. Yeah.
Structure rotates counterclockwise. The arrow on the compass rose now indicates south.
Okay, so push the mahogany wall, the mahogany wall. See if it opens back up.
Yeah. Rectangular box of wood. And I just want to make sure there's nothing else weird that we haven't.
Oh, we probably have to lock it in place. We probably have to put the bar back down first.
Lower short pull. Push mahogany wall. The structure slides south and stops over another compass rose. This is the one in the room we were just in.
Right.
I really wish I had taken a moment to look at the there was something it mentioned about the walls, structure on the walls. Wait a minute. When we were in that room.
Son of a bitch.
That we didn't look at.
Oh.
And that might have been different. But
we go in the mirror, we get trapped in we get turned into Solid Snake, and we're underneath.
let me see here. I can go back. East walls, the east and west walls are dressed stone, it says. I don't know what that means. Does that mean there are friezes or what have you on it, do you think?
I don't know.
Dressed stone? I feel like this is what we're supposed to do. I just have to...
Yeah.
Let me look back to hallway previously before we messed with the button. Now, the east and west walls are dressed stone. They were always dressed stone before we pressed the button. Okay.
All right. Wait. So if we
didn't know if there were clues there, but anyway.
If we push the mahogany wall again, we should go over the compass rose that has the laser going through it, and presumably the box would keep. I would say try going, south again. So
try
push
pushing
the
south again?
mahogany wall. Yeah, push the mahogany wall again.
All right, hang on. I don't know if we're supposed to do something here and turn it differently, but sure.
Yeah, I don't know either, but
we lowered the pull. Also, well, maybe that's doing what it needs to do. The structure has reached the end of the stone channel and won't budge.
Okay.
Should we turn it again? What do you think?
Why don't we push the pine wall twice? Like go back to where we were and see if it goes the other way.
Push pine wall. The pine wall swings open.
Oh. So go north again.
North. As you leave, the door swings shut. Hallway. This is the part of a long hallway. The east and west walls are dressed stone. In the center of the hall is a shallow stone channel. In the center of the room, the channel widens into a large hole, around which is engraved a compass rose. The south side of the room is divided by a wooden wall into small hallways to the southeast and southwest. The corridor continues north.
Alright.
It was a way further. Yeah. Holy crap. Okay. The only problem is that we left the amulet, and I don't know if that's going to be important later.
Right.
But we figured it out. We figured it out the way through, which is awesome. Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Do we want to pause here?
Yes.
Or yes, or do we want to see what's... I feel like we've done a lot today, even though we haven't done a huge... It feels like we've done a lot, even though we've just mostly been repeating stuff.
We really, we did a lot in this room only today.
Yeah.
But...
That deserves something, though. We freaking figured it out.
Yeah.
We deserve a rest.
Good lord.
That was so much. Okay. I'm just going to save here. Again. And if we want... If you wish, I will make arrangements between, by which I mean make arrangements. If you want, between now and then, I'll redo things so that we have the amulet.
So that's fine. My guess here though is that we can swing the room around,
Yeah.
push the mahogany wall, and open the pine wall to go back out south.
Yeah, I think that's
we
true.
should be able to get it. Like,
Yeah, I think we should be able to do that. This isn't this isn't permanent. I don't think. I think they've made it so we can swing it in either direction. It's kind of cool, but also very. That was a lot. That was so much.
that the wall of
That's a
text
lot.
is not what you want to see in a text game.
I know.
For a puzzle section.
That was so much. I feel better having gotten through it.
But we didn't make one wrong move.
Oh, yes?
I mean, every move we made had a result.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
When we started making moves, like, they had a result.
I thought for a moment you said we did make one wrong move.
No.
I was like, what was that one move?
We did not make one wrong move.
Awesome.
So, I'm impressed by us.
Yes, me too. That was great. It was very satisfying figuring that out, though. That was cool.
Yeah.
Because like once the room started wobbling when we tried to push a wall, I was like, oh, wait a minute. It is a box. It's just I thought something magical was happening, but no, this was we just stepped inside a box, and the mirror slid down behind us.
and we had to think outside of it.
Yes. Oh God. Oh, good Lord. That was so much. But I'm glad we made it back to play with this.
Yeah.
I think we have accomplished something. We've been figuring out sort of the way this is set up. And so then there's more to explore here now. There's a whole ass hallway.
There's a whole bunch of things before time travel. Who knew?
Yeah, who knew? We thought time travel was the be-all end-all of everything in the universe, but no. I'm gonna call Inside Mirror its own room. I am gonna go ahead and just update the map real quick before I forget. There's another hallway to the north. Just do that so that we at least know. And then it's got, what was it? It's very much like the other room. Eastern wall at west is dressed stone. Center of the hall is a stone channel. South is divided by a wooden wall into small hallways to the southeast and southwest. Which maybe there are ways to go that way. from
Yeah.
there. Let me...
Just draw the lines off of it.
Yeah, I just want to draw the lines off of it so that we have them. Let me turn these into solid lines so that we've got them here. Okay. And then it continues north. I just want to make sure we've got the north. There we go. Okay.
Okay.
Good. Good. And I just want to make sure that I had that bit so that we know ways we can go. So I guess it's like, there are ways around the structure too, or well, more passageways.
Who knows now?
I don't. I certainly don't.
Oh, we'll find out next time.
We will. We definitely will. Okay, that was very cool. I think in the end it was very cool once we started actually breaking it down, and figuring out kind of okay, this is a box. This has these things in it. It was just so much.
I would like to say this is how it turned out.
Oh, nice.
Like,
Oh,
I just
that's great.
opened the box completely up to try to figure that
Okay,
out.
no, that's cool. That's cool. I mean, everybody has to... This is the thing with puzzles, is that you have to see... Puzzles are kind of tricky because, like, everyone's going to see them differently and has to solve it their own way. One of the reasons why I don't like to present people directly with puzzles in RPGs, by the way, in tabletop RPGs, I just... if I do, then it has to be something that I take care of we take care of to a certain extent on a meta level. I have to be very careful presenting puzzles to people. I have a whole podcast out about that right now. But because that's the thing, is it's a one-person activity, typically one or two people can work on a puzzle. But you get more than two brains working on the same puzzle, then it becomes much more difficult.
Yeah.
But that was cool. That was very cool. How are you? Are you doing okay after this?
Yeah, I'm better now that that's over.
Oh yeah.
and I'm unfortunately at the state where I have been fasting, but I fasted a little over today.
Okay. Oh, we gotta get going then. So you can break your fast.
I have not broken fast. So
okay. Well, let's take care of that then. Do you have anything you wanted to let the audience know? Plug anything or anything like that going on?
No, it's still not really yet, but
okay.
Yeah, hopefully sometime soon.
Cool. No worries. No worries. Awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and doing this. This is a lot of fun. I enjoy doing this with you.
Yeah, I have a great time every time.
Yay. Awesome. Awesome. So hopefully in 2 weeks, we'll be able to come back and keep going and figure out what the hell this hallway is about.
I checked and am currently rechecking my schedule, and I believe it said I was free.
Okay.
That's a mighty free week, actually. That's the freest week I've seen in at least a month.
I mean, fair. Yeah, no, I should be good. That's all I've got scheduled for that one. I've got things starting to happen next month. So I'm actually gonna figure that out. So I have a where am I think? So like starting like so we're gonna be back theoretically before any of my things happen. So I'll probably talk more about them then. But I've got I'm gonna be playing in another Cthulhu one-shot on Monday, August 14th. Over on the Lost Caravan. It's going to be Western themed, and then at the end of next month, so in September, I've got some things going on. I've got I'm going to be running a game of Inspectors over on Valdrianth as part of their 3-day Extra Life campaign. And then that's on a Friday, and then on a Sunday, the 3rd, I'm going to be playing in a one-shot of Monster of the Week over there as well. So a bunch of stuff that's coming up. little, but spaced out, so not in too dense a fashion, thankfully.
Yeah.
So that's a thing, definitely. So those are things that I have currently going on, where folks can find me, and I've listed all of that down under the on the schedule tab under the schedule icon thing down on my Twitch page, under in the about section, where folks can go and see that if they so desire. But that's all I've got going on right now. Aside from this, I just am randomly playing either Age of Empires or Cities Skylines, depending on my mood, basically. Sort of going back and forth between those. That will be about it then. We might go say hi to somebody after we get out of here. So feel free to hang on and say hi to them with us once we hit the end card. I have to see who's streaming right now, but we might go and do that, possibly. But in the meantime, folks, thank you all very much for watching. Take care, and we'll catch you next time. Farewell.
Bye.